Reduce a motorcycle to its essentials with enough power to do about 100 miles an hour and no more weight or bulk than necessary. What have you got? Probably something a bit like Kawasaki's new Ninja 250 SL. I've just done the first UK road test of the new single-cylinder Ninja. Launched in Asia last year, it's a bit of a surprise entry to the UK market for 2015, along with the Z300 SL, naked version of the same bike. It makes sense. In a diversifying sub 500cc market, they now go up against other singles like Honda's CBR 300, while the more expensive parallel twin Ninja 300 takes on stuff like Yamaha's forthcoming R3. The Ninja 250 is 3859, the Z250 is 3649, Honda's CBR 300 is 4299. Will many people buy the Ninja 250? They should. It's not just a low-cost motorcycle. It's more of a basic but effective weapon. It's unapologetically small, no bigger than a modest-sized 125, with just a sleek fairing over a tiny steel frame. It finds spaces through traffic like no one can quite believe until they see it. You can't see too much in those fairing-mounted mirrors, what's on either side of you rather than what's directly behind you, but it seems a worthwhile sacrifice for that blade-like filtering potential. It's only a claimed 150 kilograms wet, that's 13 less than the CBR 300, and the steering responds to the tiniest of input. Despite proper clip-on bars, it's also got a really wide steering angle, so it's really good at making sharp turns across stationary traffic too. It's an unbeatable city bike. Out of town, the steering is almost flighty. It never actually went into an unsolicited head shake, but I was conscious of its sensitivity, especially on some poorly maintained roads. The non-adjustable suspension is firm at both ends. It also doesn't encourage ploughing at full tilt over dodgy surfaces on such a lightweight machine. What it is good for is keeping the bike settled on smoother tarmac. The Ninja 250 feels like it would be really good fun on track. I never had cause to doubt the skinny Dunlop TT900 tyres. The brakes are good, with power and bite from the front disc and twin pot caliper, as much as you'd want on a non-ABS machine like the one I tested. At a claimed 28 horsepower, the engine makes enough to have fun on a bike so small and easily leave cars behind at traffic lights. There's not much below 4,000 RPM, but there doesn't need to be. Pulling away, you're there by the time you're off the clutch. Slip the clutch and the front wheel can be persuaded to pop up as you get going. The rev limiter is at 10,500 RPM, that's 30 miles per hour in first gear. In third gear, 4,000 RPM is at about 25 miles an hour and it feels perky with plenty of acceleration through traffic. Drive builds linearly through the range to a healthy top end. I might like it to delight a little more in those higher revs. It's happy enough, but it doesn't exactly thrive up there, unlike KTM's Duke 200, which was disappointingly discontinued for the UK. The Ninja 250 SL, it was sometimes fiddly to get into neutral, going straight from first to second, and typically of small singles, it sounds a bit like an over-revved lawnmower. It's not horrible, but it's nothing to celebrate either. On the motorway, it felt surprisingly strong, with enough power left at 70 miles an hour to quite quickly hit an indicated 80 without changing down from 6th gear. Top speed, in favourable conditions and with your chin on the tank, is likely to be about a genuine 100 miles an hour. Fuel economy was 67 miles per gallon, that's 160 miles before you're running on fumes from that 11-litre tank. The seat is hard and it slopes forward at the back, so you find yourself brushing up against the tank, which badly needs a tank protector. And the pillion seat is a token that I wouldn't want to impose on an enemy. It might not win a practicality award, but the Ninja 250 is a lot of fun for the money. Think of it as being like a well set up, simple 125cc sports bike, but faster. I've got no hesitation in recommending it over the 30 horsepower CBR 300, which is more comfortable and sensible, but just lacks some of the fun, joy and desirability of the Ninja. I would choose the Kawasaki in an eye blink.